Hey there, good afternoon. Um, I think it's been quite some time since I made a video, and I'm not sure I'm even going to post this. So if you see me saying this, then I did post it. Yes, I shaved my head. I went to a Shiva temple. I did it in 2017 as a dedication of my DNA, my hair, my head to Kali in Uttarkashi in Himalayas. After I had two experiences at Kali temples, one in Varanasi and one in Uttarkashi, at the Anandamayama ashram. So this maybe 2 months back, I was getting my plan together to go to. Of course, there's always sounds. You can never have quietness in this country. Um, to Nepal, and Guruji called me in his office and said, when you go there, don't do any of these Devi mantras. Don't do any of that sadhana. Only do a sadhana for this. Gave me a new mantra to pull some Shiva energy into you. What he didn't know is that not even 20 minutes before that, my friend Harsha had told me I need to go to Nanjangud or I need to go to get some Shiva energy before I leave to go to North India and then Nepal. So I kind of took that into consideration and really put my focus on pulling in some Shiva energy. And I felt better after I did it. And when I was in Nepal, I did a sadhana for 2 days and I really, really felt better. And then when I came back, I started not feeling good again. So I was taking a person I know to Nanjangud, which is they call it Dakshina Kashi. Kashi is the ancient name for Varanasi. And Dakshina means south, so it's South India's version of Varanasi. It's an ancient temple there, and they still do the rituals in the ancient way. They haven't changed them or allowed them to kind of get dumbed down, which a lot of the temples these days do. It seems that's what I'm told. But the energy there is definitely, for sure, a stronger energy, and that makes me believe that they do still do everything the old way. Anyway, so I was taking her there, and on the way there, I thought, I think I'm going to do this thing you see a lot of South Indians do, where they shave their head while they're at the temple. And it's an offering. I mean, I had done it before, but I wasn't thinking about that moment. Um, and it was a Kali thing, so it was a little different. And I thought, okay, I think I'm going to do it. And I told the lady that I was with, and she was fine with it. So we did, and it took us a while to find the place to get it done. And then when I did it, when I went, then you go take a bath in the river, and then you go inside the temple. So that's a sankalpa, a intention that you're putting there. And so I did prayers inside at each little place, and it was quite powerful, and I felt great. And now 2 weeks later, to the day, I feel icky again. So I'm at a point in my sadhana where everything feels boring. Everything also still feels the same as it did before, but also everything feels like I don't want to do it. I want to leave India and go to the US. Like I want to leave India and go to Europe. Like I don't want to be in Europe either. Like I just want to go somewhere I've never been before and just live in a cave. Like, every little thing. And this has to do with my Sadesati, which is what we would call in the West Saturn return. It's my second one, and it's the intensity of Shani, the planet Saturn, or the Navagraha Shani, putting the pressure of my karmas on me to work through them so that I get past it into a new state of being. And my friend, who's a Jyotish, has said, let go of your Westernness. And that's a big part of it, and a big part of what I need to do. Now I'm going to qualify that statement a little bit differently. I won't say let go of my Westernness, because that's not what I'm doing, and that's not what I can do, because I am a Western person, and I do have that mindset. But I keep trying to balance between these two worlds of what India is and someone who's raised in an old traditional way in India, and what the West is and someone who's raised in the US. Two very different things, two very different qualities you find important in life. I've always lent myself to the spiritual side. I've leaned into that as well, even more than I ever thought I would. So I was always bent toward the Indian kind of Eastern spiritual seeking and finding and becoming sort of practices, even when I was young and didn't really know what that meant. I was looking for that. So I'm not sure how I want to say what I'm going to say. So it's not me letting go of my Westernness, because I will always and ever, you can look at me and know I'm not an Indian. I'm a white person. I would love to be an Indian because I just love everything here, and I want to be a part of it and feel like I fit in a little bit more. And I do fit in my own way. What I really will be doing is letting go of my idea of who I used to be as a Western person and not holding on to that anymore. And that's a little bit more powerful when I say it like that, because we are who we are. And if we stay with the immediate moment and be in that and lean into the present moment, how we're feeling, what's going on, what practices we're doing to feel a certain way, what practices, what the effects of those practices are having on us, and what direction it's moving us in. But as it's affecting us in this exact moment, if we stay with that, we should transform and become something else, become something new. Not saying it has to be that much. It doesn't have to be such a difference, but inside it'll feel like a big flip of a switch, where you are going in this direction and you're going in this new direction and it feels right. I haven't been able to feel that lately. I have not been feeling that lately. And I'm still doing my sadhanas in the way that I'm supposed to be doing them. I might even be doing too much because I'm maybe in my mind chanting other mantras while I'm picking the flowers, while I'm doing this and that. While I'm driving, I'm chanting a mantra, even though maybe I'm not supposed to be. I'm just supposed to be kind of finding a feeling of having an experience, which is big with Guruji's teachings. Is like, even if I'm reading and writing, he's like, why are you reading and writing? You need to be seeking to have an experience rather than thinking about it. Have the experience. And I agree with that, but I like to work through the experience by writing. Reading, I just enjoy reading. So, coming to the knowledge that I have to actively let go of my idea of who I am as a person from the United States and just become who I am right now. That's a powerful thing to think about. It's also scary. It's also moving. And it's also exactly what I needed to hear, because it is what needs to happen. Who I am right now, I have been formed by being raised in the US. My ideas of life, my ideas of things, my ideas of time and space and capitalism and whatever have you. But that doesn't mean that's who I am anymore, and that is why I have to let go of those things and allow myself to be who I am. And to hear it from someone who I respect and love as a dear friend who is telling me that because he cares is powerful and makes me want to do it now. So what do you do in the meantime? Well, what you do in the meantime is you still keep doing your sadhana the way you were taught to do it. And be okay, or learn how to be okay exactly where you are, and allow the transformation to happen. Don't fight against it. And I believe I've been fighting against it because it's a bigger letting go than I've done in a long time, and it scares me a little bit. But fighting against it does not serve me, does not serve anyone in my life, does not serve my ability to teach better, to be a better yogi, to be a better tantrika. It does not serve me to hold on to the past. So it's time to let go of it. So now I'm going to try and do my best to deepen my sadhanas when I'm doing them, not be distracted while I'm doing them, to allow myself to sink into the deep end of the pool while the mantra is going through my mind, while the visualization is going through my mind, and relax, and allow that transformation to happen. So, and I have also been craving to do more yoga again, which was my original and first sadhana I ever did, was my asana practice. And so that means I'm going to have to get up earlier because my timeline here doesn't really allow me to do the full practice daily. Some days, like today I did more, but because I got up earlier. So I think I have to go back to basics, do more of my asana practice, get my energy lined up, get my muscles, joints, blood circulation, everything in a better, more energetic place, get my nadis flowing, the prana flowing through my nadis, the shakti coming in, and do my other sadhanas in the way that I was taught also, and let myself really dig back into being a sadhaka in a deeper way. I've not given up on it, and I didn't go anywhere, but maybe I've been distracted. Now I'm talking and I'm thinking about it. That's why we make these videos. I make them because if someone hears it and it helps them, great. But I'm making it to kind of actively work through my own shit also, right? Not just help people. You have to help yourself so you're in a good place when you are called upon to help people. Sorry, I got bit by a mosquito. Now it's itching like crazy. And if you're not in a good place yourself, you're not going to be in the best place to help these people, whoever that might be, when they come to you and are looking for that help. So, might seem selfish in some ways. Sorry, there's someone missed this beautiful hibiscus that we have to pick every day. So I'm going to pull it. So that we can be there for you, whoever needs it, so that we stay inspired, so that our energy channels stay open and flowing, so that we're pulling in Shakti and Prana, moving the Prana around our bodies, so that we can be the best teacher, friend. We can show up for whoever's there and need it, but we can also show up for ourselves. That's a big one. All right, that's all I got. Talk to you later, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Ciao.